How are we doing today? It's I am not as young as I used to be. Let's first accept that reality. Welcome to the Africans. This is Okwesi, an African Canadian, giving him his takes on football, sports, or the like. Good times nonetheless. If you are new here, please don't forget to give us a subscribe. Let us know what you feel, how you're feeling. And today is a watch along for all of the African qualifiers. If you'll notice, I am wearing moves it. A little Mike's in the way. There we go. A Ghana kit. I am half Ghanaian. Parents are Ghanaian. And then born here in Canada. So I will definitely be rooting for the Black Stars in the Jollof Derby. But we're going to be taking a look and keep an eye out on all the different qualifiers that are happening. As you can see behind me, there are 5 matchups that are happening today. The first one starting at 11 with Morocco versus Congo, and I'm looking forward to that matchup. I think that's the most intriguing matchup that we have so far. If you're new here, please don't forget to give us a like. If you like the content, give us a subscribe, and don't be afraid to let me know who you are rooting for in these African qualifiers. Again, the plan is to be here all day. I don't know if I'm going to survive. I'm not going to lie. I went to bed about 2 yesterday or this morning after the Canada Costa Rica match, which congratulations to Costa Rica on they earned the win. They did what they had to do and they got the victory. So now Canada still can qualify for the World Cup, but today we're not talking about Canada. Today is about the African clubs, the African sides. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they are able to do. Before we get going, let's go take a quick look at the chat and see what's going on there. And don't forget, let us know who you are picking in these matchups. We have Morocco versus Congo. We have Cameroon versus Algeria. We have Ghana versus Nigeria. We have Mali versus Tunisia. A lot of good squads, a lot of good aspects, and Senegal versus Egypt, the rematch of the AFCON final. So far, currently, we are about 26 minutes away from the kickoff for Congo and Morocco. We're going to do a little brief look at this matchup, some players that I'm going to be watching and whatnot. But again, if you're liking the content, give us a comment. Let us know who you're rooting for in all the matchups. First, say hello to Island Cart. It's nice to see you. I'm wondering if any. I've said some very interesting things on Jamaican streams. So I'm wondering if people are coming for my blood and my skin, but we'll see what happens with that. Either way, it'll be interesting. Boss Thomas in the chat. Nice to see you. I'm glad you're doing all right. You got Nigeria. I feel that this is not against me. I think most pundits looking at this matchup will say Nigeria, and we'll kind of see how it is. I did record a podcast a little bit earlier, but to sum up my picks for the 5 matchups today, I have Senegal beating Egypt. I have Cameroon beating Algeria. I'm not trusting. I don't know what I should trust. Algeria is a team where if you look at Italy and you're going to use that recency bias, Italy played well, but then has not had their best form in the last few games. A little bit wasteful with chances. Italy will not be at the World Cup, so because of that, you're looking at this basically. That is, I see Algeria a bit like that. Cameroon, though they have a new manager, they are looking a little bit better, I think, and I think they have an opportunity to really punch their ticket here, especially with Eto'o as their new FA president. I think they have a point to prove here. I have Ghana versus Nigeria. I'm not going to pick against my blood, so that's not a surprise. Looking forward to seeing how they do. First matchup is in Kumasi. My mom's sister actually used to have a house, so my aunt had a house right outside the stadium that they're playing. So I look back at that and I'm looking forward to kind of seeing that matchup going. Congo versus Morocco. I think this one is the pick'em one. I feel that Morocco should have the quality, but I don't want to go against Congo. So I'm going to choose Congo, and then Mali versus Tunisia. If you're seeing a trend here, yes, I am following this trend. I'm not picking anyone in Northern Africa. It's I just happen to be doing that. Stylistically, I like the players a little bit better going out, but we'll see how we're doing. Let's take a look at what the chat is saying. Boss Tom is still saying Nigeria. Looking at Victor Osman, and that's a very fair point. I mean, he definitely sent a message. I mean, the same way that we look at Nigeria, I wish we had strikers, and Nigeria seems like they have an abundance of good forwards that can play well for them. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. We have Nigeria and Senegal island card you're rooting for. That is good to know. What about the other matchups? What about Cameroon and Algeria? What about Tunisia, Mali? Are you not familiar with those teams as much? And then Boss Thomas got Senegal as well. All right. That's fine. That's fine. It's good. All the games, by the way, for those of you who are wondering, are on the FIFA YouTube page. So you don't need to go to another site or anything. They are all free on YouTube. So it's definitely going to be easy to watch. Definitely, I got my timer on my side here. We're about 23 minutes and 10 seconds away from going on to this matchup. But yeah, so those are the three that we're looking at. And those are the matchups we are. Let's take a quick look here as we're here at the Morocco side, because I think the Morocco side does have some names that people are familiar with. There's no doubt about that. So I think it makes sense to see players that you're kind of going. And I've kind of put this in a way where you have players who we're gonna the FIFA website. So I mean the FIFA YouTube page. If you go to the FIFA YouTube page, they are there. So if you actually go, I'll actually share it for you kind of right now so you kind of see where it is. And I'll give you a link to it because I am that guy right now. So this is where it is, just to kind of give you a quick look of what it looks like. So right now you got again we got the chat going on. We're counting down to the match. This is all on FIFA's website. I mean the FIFA's YouTube page there. So if you're looking for it, it's going to be the great thing about today is there are matches happening all day, all throughout the day. So the first matchup is Congo Morocco, and then there's two matchups at 1 p.m. Eastern. So in about 3 hours or 2 hours. Yeah. And then the next set of matches are at 3:30 Eastern time here where I am at. So if you go to the page, you go to the FIFA site, you'll see all the matchups. There's YouTube links for them. So you guys can watch them and enjoy them and really go through. But let's go on to Morocco. Players to watch. Hakimi, I mean, the right back at PSG definitely is a player that most people would be familiar with. But I think a good player that might come under the radar in terms of in the mid would be Luza, who's playing at Watford. I think he could be an interesting player to come through. I'm wondering that my questions for this is Morocco can play a bit of a possession style game where they'll try to go and get some opportunities and win. You saw that in AFCON work to some degree and then not be able to work on other aspects. So I'm wondering how they're able to really possess and go from that, right? A couple Watford players here coming in with Messina, the left back from Watford as well. And there's other players. I think most people know Hakimi from PSG. Not the best showing, I think, everywhere for PSG coming out of the Champions League, but I think they definitely do have an opportunity to really come through and do something really great for the squad. New names coming through. I don't remember seeing any, but I think it's going to be really a battle of the midfield, which seems like a simple way to look at it, but I am looking forward to seeing how Morocco tries to outpossess, try to move the ball in. When you're looking at Congo, I think Congo has a few less names, but a few more interesting names that we're looking at. You have Bakambu, who's playing at Marseille right now, who's looking all right. You've got Varane, who we have Bongonda, who's playing at Bahrain. Yeah, but it's definitely going to be a matchup. I think out of these two, again, not without names, and then you have Masuka, who some of you may know from West Ham, plays as a left back there. He's had a decent season so far this year. And there's a lot of good talent coming there. And Congo's definitely been building up and going. So I think you may see stylistically a more physical aspect coming from Congo coming through and then having a little bit more possession style there. So who can really win that battle? I think Congo might just come out here trying to get more shots on net, working on that aspect, countering a bit, defending well. And then Morocco might try just to possess and see if they can break down a team and then try to get a victory. So how this works again, one leg home, the winner on aggregate goes on to the World Cup. Last 10 teams are there and then the other ones are coming through. So we are definitely looking and excited to see how this one goes. But guys, let me know how you are feeling about these matchups. Don't know much about Congo, but I think Morocco will win this match. No, that's fair. I think for most who aren't watching, they are. I think Congo and Mali for me in terms of squads have been squads for me that have been slowly building up in terms of their ability to really perform and come up within the African region. So I'm happy and excited to see them here. I think it would be a great step for each of their programs to really get on the national and the international stage specifically and really come through and perform well for the national countries at the World Cup, but they have to get through good, solid teams. I mean, let's not pretend when we're saying this. Like Morocco is no slouch. They've been to World Cups. They have performed well, and they are. And the same with Tunisia, who is playing. Tunisia has been playing well as well. So it's definitely be an interesting aspect to take a look at. But am liking how they might look. But you guys, let me know how you feel. And if there's anything else, I mean, we're just going to be here. We're going to be talking about this match. I'll be following the match as well, on that aspect. So fear not on that aspect. We're definitely going to be working from there. But let me know again how you feel. You got picks for this matchup. I have Congo winning this matchup here. Now, my predictions yesterday were apparently off. Well, you're not going to be right all the time. And I'm fine with that. But I do wonder where the offense is going to come from. I do like Theo Boganda to really come through. I think for Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, I think they have an opportunity. If anything, creativity is going to come through him. A combination between him and Cedric Bakambu will probably be your aspect of what you're going to do. So I'm really much excited to see kind of how this plays, how this looks, and how this will go through. But on the Morocco side, I think that midfield and then coming up to the top, Hakimi building up from there is going to be where we're going to be watching. Island card hitting me with this question here. Do you think any country in Africa will win the World Cup one day? Yes, I do think they can. Um, I think, though, it's not a coincidence that you only have maybe one or two squads every World Cup from Africa that you say they can make a deep run. I think if we're picking a country right now, it's probably Senegal. Senegal have a talented squad across the board, arguably the world's best keeper with Mendy at Chelsea. You have informed strikers, you have informed midfielders, Sar, Mane, players across the pitch. And I think stylistically, they don't back down. That's the key thing. I think that's the ultimate key thing. They don't back down. They always play direct and attacking because they think they have more talent than most teams. And that doesn't, they aren't intimidated by other teams. Could I see, to follow up with this question here, could I see Senegal win the World Cup this year? I could see it. Do I think it's realistic this year? I don't know. Let's see the groups. Let's see the paths. There's always a group in the World Cup that doesn't go the way that we think it will, right? There's always a pot one team that underperforms, which leaves an easier path for another team to come through, right? African countries of the World Cup have reached the quarterfinals, never the semifinals. We have a Cameroon, we have a Nigeria, we have a Senegal, we have a Ghana. I mean, the closest was Ghana. We're one handball away from that. But hey, you have to bear your penalties, and that's the name of the game. So if I was going to put money on a team, most people would put money on Senegal to make it to the World Cup final out of all the African teams. But we shall see. We shall definitely see how that looks and how they feel there. But again, guys, if you are here, don't forget to give us a quick like. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know how you're doing World Cup qualifiers countries wise, but then also give me some predictions for the African matchups coming up here. So I'm definitely going through that. So as I was saying, I picked for countries to win their matchups. I have Senegal, I have Cameroon, I have Ghana, I have Congo, and I have Mali. All subs. Sorry to everyone who's in North Africa. I just feel like that. I feel these matchups might suit well and suit a little bit better. But I mean, there are types of games that they win, right? Egypt will win a game. The type of final, for example, that Egypt played against Senegal, that's the type of game that they're going to be comfortable winning. And I think that's always the problem with a team like Egypt. Because if we look at Egypt, and we're going to focus on them for a little quick second here, that Egypt matchup, stylistically, if you're going to try to play defensive and then counter with Salah and some of the other El Nani and other players coming through, the issue is this. If you play a team that is going to play direct and attacking and just pin you back, you can maybe defend well, or you have what happens in 2013, which was you had a lot of teams playing well, and then Ghana ran up into Egypt, and then 6-1, right? And then you're playing defensive. Egypt during that World Cup qualifier lost one game. They truly lost one game, and because of that, they are now in that situation where they are. So it is definitely one to keep in mind. Looks like they've just gone live on YouTube. So I am looking forward to this. Looks like the lower bowl is full for this matchup between Congo and Morocco. So at least, you know, we're seeing some fans back into the stands, which definitely gives it a bit more of the atmosphere. I know some people are like, not the vuvuzelas. Hey, they bring the atmosphere. It is what we love, and we love what it is. All right. So with that being the case, guys, who are your players you're going to be watching if you are familiar? If you're not familiar, feel free to just say, hey, I'm just rooting for this team, and that's kind of how we're going to run it. But tell me which players you're going to be looking out for. We're going to go from here. I'm going to say, I don't even know. Well, that is not the right banner. That's always exciting. All right. Just setting some stuff up here. Not bad. All right. So reminder, first leg for this matchup is happening in Congo, former Zaire. Fun fact, it's the same stadium where we had the famous Rumble in the Jungle happening. So we are definitely looking forward to that. All right. So we got some predictions coming in. All right. I will not be upset if you go against me. It's fine. Okay, so Island Cards got Senegal 2, Egypt 1, Cameroon 1, Algeria nil, Nigeria 3, Ghana nil, Morocco 2, Congo nil. And that would make sense. I think out of the matchups that I picked, I think the one that was hardest, and I just outside of the Ghana Nigeria, the one that I just went with more of my heart versus my head was this Morocco Congo matchup. I do feel that they do have an opportunity to really come through and really perform well, but it's really going to come down to how well they are actually doing in that aspect. So I look forward to this matchup, and I'm really excited to see Congo at this level. But I mean, we'll know for sure within the first few minutes of the game, probably by that 15-minute mark, once we settle into something, how everything starts to look. That's kind of how I'm feeling, how it's looking like, but we'll see how we're going with that. All right, so we have that here. Going to just drop a tweet really quickly. All right, so this could be fun time. Alrighty, so we're just here enjoying the time of our lives. Let's jump into this right here. Very much excited to see, but yeah, let's get this going. Let's get the support. While we're kind of waiting for this, talk to me football. What's the biggest story in football so far in terms of qualifiers? Is it just Italy losing to Macedonia? Is it the AFCON final draw going through? Here it comes. Yes. Do you think Africa is very? Do you think Jamaica is very popular in Africa? I think there are layers to it. Again, you're talking to a Canadian of Ghanaian descent who hasn't been to Ghana in a little bit. So, are there areas of popularity? Yeah, if you look historically, you can know there are some influences from that. Look at the Ghanaian flag, look at that aspect. You know there are trains of thoughts that are there. So there's probably a degree of respect for an era of it. I'm not sure if currently they'll look and say that it is. You know, it's the same way that someone might look back fondly at, say, someone might look at Jamaica and just think Bob Marley, but then they'll be in that time frame specifically, right? In the same way that someone might look at, say, Ghana and say, "Oh yeah, yeah, Samoa missed the penalty," and they'll look at it at Ghana within that time frame. Or if you're younger or you're older, you may look back at Ghana and think, "Yeah, the cocoa crisis, right? Yeah, Kwame Nkrumah and everything he did there." So like, there's a lot of questions and time frames that you kind of look at it that way. But I think everyone has their spots. Everyone remembers things in different ways there. So I think definitely there are aspects that you can look at and say they are popular. But we shall see. Shall see indeed. 3 minutes till kickoff. Gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna minimize this for sure. All right. Here we go. We are getting ready to get going. So let's get our share going. Yeah, we're not gonna be that big. We're not gonna worry about it that much. All right, here we go. Stade de Martyrs, Stadium of the Martyrs. Looking forward to this matchup. I'm going to drag you out here. Let's see how we're looking. Congo in their tradition, their blue and red. Pitch looks all right. Pitch looks all right. I think this might be a turf pitch, but it looks all right. Morocco in the white kits. In case you are watching, don't know. Yes, we're getting ready to go into anthems, so that will be definitely interesting to see. Congo is excited to be here. Congo needs to prove that they are there, and we'll go from there. Man, as we're going through this, yeah. No, I mean, Alan Carr telling me that Italy lost their match and it's the second time they are not going to the World Cup. It's a shame. It is, but I mean, as we say, the ball is round, right? That's a statement I learned from a lot of Jamaicans. The ball is round and it bounces, and you got to put away chances, right? It sucks, but they aren't the first country to have a run like that, right? We brought up Egypt, 2013, only lost one game in qualifiers. Unfortunately, they lost that matchup set 6-1 to Ghana. They won the next one 2-1, lost on aggregate 7-3. Didn't make the 2014 World Cup. Italy has lost two games. They lost to Spain, which stopped them from winning their group. And they lost to North Macedonia because they couldn't bury their chances. Margins are small, but you have to bury them, right? Look at Canada versus Costa Rica yesterday, right? Costa Rica buried their one good chance. Canada hit posts and crossbars. And that's just the nature of the game. It's a cruel sport sometimes, but it is that sport for a reason. All right, so we got we got anthems going on right now for Morocco. That's exciting. Just move you to this side so we can duel this. All right. Yeah, that's true. No, I probably their island card, but what has England done at the World Cup? They just made a world. They finally just made a semifinal, and they thought they were at the top of everything. You can have a golden generation or whatever you want to call it, but if you don't win anything with it, you're just like the other Englands. You're like other teams. Spain won a Euro, a World Cup, and another Euro, right? This generation coming up with England is going to be interesting. So we'll see how they're able to do with it. But I mean, there's nothing ever guaranteed. Some of the best teams we saw going to World Cups have not performed well. So the ball is round, and sometimes it's a cruel game. So I don't. You gotta make do with what you have, and you go from that aspect. So looking forward to see what they can do. But hey, it's easy for them to laugh because they they are the loudest. But hey, when you laugh the loudest and you fall, we'll be here to laugh at you first before we help you. So said the Canadian Ghanaian who's never won anything. Yes, 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 yes. Tell me more. Ah, I do miss that environment, man. I miss that environment. This is no, that's fair. I mean, Brazil's the easiest one to root for because you're just like they're just the team that has always played the most beautiful of football, and you always appreciate that. So I get why people will always be rooting for a team like Brazil. But I'm not against others. Like I'd like to see an African team make a semis. Like I those are I'm not even trying to win. I'm like just make it to the semis and play for third. I think it'll say a lot for them. And I look forward to kind of seeing them play that well. But yeah, because we've definitely say what's a stadium actually for everyone who's here? I'm gonna actually add that as a question, right? What's a stadium that you'd love to see a game, a match in? I know right now we're watching at the Stadium of Martyrs in Congo. But what's a stadium that you'd love to see a match? Whether that be World Cup, friendly, however you want to call it. What's a stadium you'd love to see a match in? Because like looking back at this brings back memories of home, like being back at home and just watching Ghana play a friendly at the Kumasi Stadium, which they haven't played in a while because that stadium's been in need of some tender loving care. Let's be real. But yeah, I am curious to see how that goes. So Morocco starting, they have Hakimi, Messina, Amrabat, Aguerd, Saiz, Luza, and Nasri, Amala, Mame, and Mame. Both Mame brothers. So that's a very interesting lineup. Yep. Yep. So definitely an artificial pitch at this level and this temperature. It would be interesting to see how we go with that. But looks like Congo is going to start on the ball. The lower bowl of the stadium is full. So, man, we have a South African referee coming into this. But here we go. And looks like the ball is pitched and we are off. Okay. 180 minutes away from something. Already. Morocco feeling very comfortable. Already Morocco feeling very comfortable. Looking forward to them going. Ball moving up and down, still in dangerous zone. Looks like the ball's just ping ponging all over the place, bouncing from place to place, but we'll see how we go. Congo fine with a bit of possession and starting to break out, build out from the left. Bad pass there, back to Moroccan keeper, and we'll go. Guys, if you're new here, thanks for stopping by, spending time with me and my lack of sleep self. So we're just gonna be watching all the African qualifiers today. We'll be watching three of them and be having scores and updates going through them. But we'll definitely see how we're able to do and work with that. But if you're here, don't forget to give us a like, a subscribe, let us know who you're rooting for, which teams you'd like to win these matchups. And oh, offside. Here we go. So for Island Card here, since I guess it's you and me. Okay. Love to see an African country win the World Cup one day. I'm tired to see European and South American winning the World Cup. Yeah, well, that's where most of the talent is. An African team breaking through would be ideal. It would put a lot more eyes on them. But then we go. I think right now the best bet from Africa this year is definitely Senegal because I think they have the quality in that aspect and the depth. And more importantly, they don't play so they don't really fear the idea of having to play defensive. And you'll see that a lot with African teams where they'll just say, let's play defensive because this team maybe has too much quality or what have you. Nah, just have a team that say we have talent and we're gonna play, we're gonna beat you. That's kind of how it goes. Which African country is the most popular on the world stage? I would say probably depends where you're from. I would say the loudest are definitely the Nigerians, and that might garner them some popularity. I mean, I think probably if you had to say off the top of my head, it would be in Nigeria. Nigeria definitely has culturally with Nollywood artists, Burna Boy going on, and I'm just naming one. I think they definitely have some notoriety on the world stage from a just a player standpoint. Okay, we got Morocco moving the ball over the top. Looks like we are looking at a corner coming through. Guys, if you are wondering, we're just watching along here. The games are all on FIFA's YouTube channel. But hey, if you just want to have somewhere here to chat, talk about what's happening, feel free to stay here. Leave us a like, a subscribe. Let us know. We primarily focus on a little bit of international but Canadian content as well. But because of the Africans aspect of it, we do talk about we do talk about that African football. So we definitely will be talking about this. Another ball set in, but cleared off. Another corner for Morocco. So 4 minutes in, and we're seeing a lot of defending from Congo. Let's see if they can weather this and maybe start to build up and counter, get some opportunities. All right, ball out for a throw in. Here we go. See how we're doing. So far, Morocco's looked the more comfortable of the two teams. Definitely moving the ball around and getting it deep. Congo right now has just been defending very well. Another long ball sent, but looks like it'll be carried by the left back. But being fought off, turnover, Morocco coming in, trying to find an opportunity. Congo is just defending very well here. Was definitely defending very well here, but so far looking like you have that 4-4-2, but they are dropping a little bit more. So we're looking Congo is definitely dropping their midfielders deep if they have to. So giving you a 5-3-2 look sometimes and trying not to get caught off. Messina tries to beat him on the corner, but not able to. We got a goal kick coming towards Congo. So Congo is defending. Morocco is looking the better of the teams. Congo trying to build from the back here, but another long ball coming up. No, agreed. Agreed. Congo is definitely just defending here, hoping to spring and get a counter. This is looking like this type of game is. If you look at how Congo is dropping back and defending on that aspect, they are definitely just trying to low block it and try to counter. But the question is going to be, are they actually able to possess enough and create enough here? This is the type of game where they're hoping they can 1-0 it. The way that they're playing right now, they're hoping to defend 1-0 it at home and go from there. Yeah, because they're not even pushing up too much. Not even pushing up too much at all. Rocco moving the ball well in the midfield. Yeah. Going with my heart versus my head. It does that to you sometimes. Alrighty. Yeah, Krongo's looking that way. We got Kimi putting it in, crossed off defended well. You'd expect a little bit more attacking from Congo here, but they're trying to defend and weather as much of this as possible. And that is fine. 8 minutes in, we're on another Moroccan corner. So that's going to be feeling like the theme of the story here. How long can you bend as Congo before defense breaks? That's the question. That is definitely the question. Corner coming in. We got come okay. Nope, over bad taken. Yeah, so far 9 minutes in, team it's Morocco, so all the possession. We have Congo trying just to defend their lives, hoping for to spring a counter, but not very much able to do it so far. Warren Webster, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it, man. We're here. Did you stay up for the game yesterday, or did you catch some sleep as a sensible person? Oh man, but yeah, um, Alucard, it's not necessarily believing, to be honest. I think, and someone was saying this on Twitter the other day, and I kind of do agree. Both teams were playing well coming through. The only difference is that you have a team that's won five straight versus a team that's playing a form perfectly. I think what happened yesterday slash this morning for Canada was you played a team that played, they made them play to their style, to their pace, right? Costa Rica really slowed down that game. If Canada had sped it up, I think they had the pace to really beat. Whenever Leray or Buchanan just took off with the ball, they had the pace to clear everyone. But Costa Rica was every minute it was an ugly game that we expected, but still Canada got an early two yellows and a red, got a player taken out, and that kind of created wasteful opportunity for Congo on that corner. Kimi trying to go. But yeah, back to Costa Rica. I think Costa Rica definitely played well and they had opportunities to really they had their opportunities, but they weren't trying to strike. They were score up and then defend well. Even with that, Canada, a post, a crossbar, a miss. They had opportunities, but Costa Rica buried their chance. Canada hit posts. And this is where we are. So it definitely hurts Canada in terms of getting into the third pot, but they'll need to actually play better and come through. I don't know how people are going to feel for the Sunday matchup. There's a degree where you want to really, you'd wish you'd have no pressure, you could play freely. At the same time, now you just have to go through. So I think you're either going to have a tense Canada on Sunday or a Canada that just is going to come out similar to how Jamaica came out against El Salvador and just trying to push, attack, and really pin them back, put them in a position where they are a little bit rattled. And that's going to be, I think, what Canada tries to do. They don't have K for the next game, so that's going to be an unfortunate aspect. He's out with those two, but back to this. Congo playing a strike. Congo has scored. Congo has scored. What counter? Give me the celebrations. Africa. Ah. Mm, Congo. So proud of you guys. But this is all it took. And Congo scoring on the counter, ball on the wing, winger cuts inside, strikes, deflects off the Moroccan captain, and now it is one. Ah, man, this is you live for this, man. You when you see this, Johan Wisa coming up clutch here. Ah, Well, I'm awake. I'm working on 5 hours of sleep, guys, so I'm barely functioning in that sense. Now the question for Congo is, do they get greedy and go for 2, or do they try to defend? We're only 13 minutes into this game, and I think you want to keep the pressure on this team and keep them rattled. Oh, almost had an opportunity there, but they bundled the counter. Bundled the counter. Man, but Congo definitely has that energy now. They are definitely up. They are definitely up. Man, so I think especially when you score a goal and you see this happen with some teams, that's when they try to chase. You see this with Canada a lot. You get one, and then it's let's try to get 3 or get 4. So man, gonna be very tense time for Morocco right now. But man, Congo doesn't have to take the air out of this game yet, but they have to be careful because there's gonna be there will be definitely opportunities. But man, good start for Congo. The stadium is a buzzing. That is something I think not being going to the Canada game on Sunday that I'll miss. Man, I haven't been in that type of environment in so long, but when you see it, and that's why I say, well, I was saying at the beginning of the broadcast, man, this feels like home. It just brings back all the memories. A yellow coming up here. So a yellow coming up here for Morocco, but man, this matchup, this is good. Okay, a little bit of theatrics, but hey, you do what you. Oh, actually, no theatrics. He got him in the face. He got him in the face on the replay, definitely. So, guys, I have Congo winning this matchup, which clearly means that they're gonna draw because when I pick a winner, it goes the opposite way to what I want it to do. So let's see how this goes. But man, I want Congo to win this game, just because of the two teams that are quote unquote coming up in these last 10, Congo and Mali, I would love to see them come in and really be able to play well. So I'm looking forward to seeing them play and kind of develop their way aspects from there. So free kick coming, ball headed down, looks like corner. Nope, goal kick coming. Yo, Sam Bowen, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. We do have a corner coming up for Congo. Man, that goal has changed. We're seeing a little bit more emboldened Congo coming in now. A little bit more possession, but a little bit more direct, pushing the ball. All right. Yohan Musa with the corner. Looking like there's a little bit of confusion coming up here, but man, yeah, Warren, I do think that they should win this game. So we'll definitely see how this looks, how we feel. Corner coming up. Man marking. Keeper came out to deal, but not able to clear it. Congo on the wing, tries a cross, but off balance, couldn't get it through. Goal kick for Morocco. This is interesting for Congo. I think they definitely can play this game, but this is going to be a question of where their legs are going to be when they come through. All right. Yep. Big up everybody. Everybody saying hi. Good to see everyone. You know, since we have them here, guys, how do you feel about the result yesterday for Jamaica then? I mean, a 1-1 draw. Congo is I think of they are the lowest ranked team of the 10 teams that are there. They're the 10 best of the 10 teams that are there, they are ranked 66th. So they are the lowest ranked of the teams that are there. They won their group. I think the last team was out ninth is Ghana, but Ghana's been dropping since AFCON, so that's not a surprise. But yeah, but Congo is definitely not a team. Congo is more of an ascending team, whereas Ghana was definitely a dropping team. Congo being a little playing it back to the keeper, but that's definitely good. That's definitely good. All right, no ball off sides, calling a foul, but Congo it's got to look better. All right, we got the Jamaican conversation happening in the chat. That is good. Guys, if you are new, don't forget to drop us a like. Let us know how you're feeling after your country's matchup, but then also give me some predictions for the African matchups. We have right now Congo, Morocco. We have later on Egypt, Senegal. We have Nigeria, Ghana. We have Mali, we have Tunisia, we have Algeria, we have Cameroon. Who are you predicting to win those matchups? Let us know in the chat. Give us some predictions. And if you're just stopping by for a little bit, thank you. Do appreciate it. Yeah, but leave us a like. Let us know how you're feeling, and we'll go. If your country played yesterday, let me know how your country did. I'm all ears for conversation here. I am on 3 hours. I'm on 5 hours of sleep, so I need anything but that goal woke me up. 4-0 Morocco. Well, that's not going to go since they're already down 1-0. Or is that I see what you did there, Sam Bowen. I see what you did. Clever. I did. I did say 4-1 though, so I respect that. I respect that. Man. 3-1 for Ghana. Okay. People thinking I don't see what's happening. I feel like every time I show up, the prediction's gonna be, yeah, we're gonna go with 4-1 for your team with a smirk. I respect it. I respect it. It's fine. But no, I think after this goal, Ivory Coast is a team. Yeah. Ivory Coast to me, unfortunately, since the Drogba years, have been a team with a lot of I know they won AFCON, like the next AFCON after after he retired from international play, but Ivory Coast has talent. They just can't put it together, right? Because like they have Holler, you have Zaha, you have players of quality, but they just haven't been able to put it together for some reason. So Ivory Coast is always that this may be a fair or unfair comparison, but like I look at them as a team with a lot of players that just haven't meshed well for whatever reason. I'm thinking of like what country I would look at and compare that to, but I'm not even sure. But you got 4-0 Morocco. I see the troll. 3-1 Ghana. I see the troll. Yep. Yep. It's looking like, yeah, you have more of Morocco who's feeling a little bit more on the edge a bit now. Congo has definitely grown into this match. That one goal has really given a bit more confidence, whereas before they were just defending. So that's what a goal does to you. And I mean, you saw that as well. They just have to be a little bit faster on their touches. I think they're taking one too many touches where they could be springing players well. But this game is looking a little frantic. Trying to everyone is just definitely exaggerating a little bit just to get any call they can. There have been some clean tackles, there have been some questionable tackles, but man, so far so good. We will definitely see indeed. All right. Yeah. Morocco is trying to get back into this game, but they haven't looked good. Yeah, some of them do play in France. Some of them definitely do. Um, they have players all over, but even Congo and Morocco are both French. So they're both French colonies in that aspect. So that's kind of how we go. Morocco is more northern Africa. So that's kind of where you have that. And with a lot of the northern African countries, you do have a bit of that Arab influence as well. So because of that, that's where you have a lot of Moroccans who are fairer in terms of skin, but almost springing. But yeah, this is Ziyech plays for which one? Which Ziyech? The one at Chelsea? Sambo, the one at Chelsea? Because if it's that one, he's playing for Morocco. Well, he's of Moroccan descent, but there has been issues with the manager. So he recently retired from. If you're talking about Ziyech from Chelsea, he recently retired for international play, but we definitely can see that there were issues with the what's it called with the manager for that. And can he be back? I think there is a hit. There is a timeline where he's able to come back and play. But yes, now Morocco right now is playing more slow down this game. Slow down this game. If you're gonna go based off results, you'd probably say maybe the Egyptian league. There are some good squads in South Africa. There are good squads in Kenya. There are good squads all over. But I mean, based off of team, I think the Northern African leagues have been performing better as of late. So I think that could be a fair assessment, but you're still looking at teams and players that are able to really play well, and systematically they play a little bit better that way as well. Morocco's looking a little bit annoyed and perturbed, not rattled yet, but they definitely. Congo is fine if this game gets a little bit ugly, but Congo also wants to just counter. Congo isn't a team that I've seen them play. They don't play possessive as much unless they know they're playing a team that they feel is inferior. Here we go. Free kick into the box. Bad delivery. Good. Ooh. A nice delivery. The goalie had to take care of it. Bono with the save. Well done. At this rate, yeah, you just have to get. Man, this will be an interesting setup. Man, I just. Seeing that Laurel Bowl full is just so. It warms my heart. Corner coming in, dealt with by the defenders, ball cleared. Back to the midfield, sent back in. Winger trying, fighting off. Looking all right. Morocco finally getting the ball back. Morocco's gotta really they gotta patch their way back into this game. If they try to rush it, a frenetic game and a frenetic pace suits Congo a lot better. A possession style game really suits more of what Morocco's trying to do. So they need to really slow this game down and pass their way back into this game. You can see Congo in their 4-4-2, definitely trying to. We'll definitely see how it is. For the four of you who aren't here, guys, thank you for spending some time. Appreciate it. A good turnover, and that's a concern. They had, but now gonna let it build up. Now gonna try to shoot and get okay. Ball to the corner, but offside. Oh, right. Guys, if you aren't sure where you can find this matchup, I'm going to put it here in the chat again because I'm new to the game. I don't have moderators. But yeah, all the games are on YouTube today. So I'm just here just to kind of talk my way through it and just have as many people as we can, have good conversation, have good times, as they say, build the vibes. Ah, hmm. Alrighty. Congo on the wings, playing well, touching, good pass, good. Oh, did the offside trap work? It didn't. How did? Oh man. So Morocco tried to play an offside trap. It backfired. Congo comes in on a 2-0 and they bundle the opportunity. Just bungle it up. That could have been that could have been something. That is a wasted opportunity. That is wasteful. You're not going to have a 2-0 and waste it. I don't man, that should have agreed island cards. Agreed. They Morocco tried to play cute and it almost backfired. I'm not. You tell me. Is that miss worse than Bailey's miss yesterday, or is it about the same? You tell me. Yeah. For Congo, you have the goal scorer who's there. They have a couple players at Watford who are definitely good ones to keep an eye on. They can definitely pressure well and do that. Let me actually pull them up real quick. But you have Bakambu, who's at Marseille. You have Masuka, who is at West Ham. But I think the player that I'm looking at are Theo Badunga, but winger Johan Wissa from Brentford playing. I think he's a player where that goal is going to come from. But also Cedric Bakambu, who's playing at Marseille. He's a player that's definitely going to watch. So I'll say they're 9 and they're 20 right now. Those are the players that you'd want to watch. If we'd say star players that could do something, right? They do have Chris Mavinga who played last year and is currently with TFC. So there's definitely a player there from an MLS standpoint who is there who could be doing something. But yeah, I think those would be the players to keep an eye out and to watch for. All right, corner for Morocco. Not able to do much with it. But trying to build, trying to create. Yeah, that opportunity, it's unbelievable. All right, back in the action we are. You're looking good, looking interesting. But yeah, so far, this has turned into more of an even game than I think most Moroccans would have anticipated. Morocco started off well, but that goal really emboldened Congo to come up, to try to press a bit more, to get that second goal, to really move on there. So it's really interesting to see from there. In my opinion, which African team is the best? Out of the out of the final 10, right now it's Senegal. I think Senegal is the best team depth-wise. They have the best I think they have the best coach for their talent. They have the best I don't know if they have the best African player per se, but he's definitely a shout. No, actually, they do have the best African player. Mendy is the best African player currently. So it's Senegal, I think, across the board. I think there are teams which have a lot of talent. Nigeria has probably could have a conversation in terms of talent that they have because you have a young striker like Osimhen coming in, whereas you have Mane going down. I always mix up Mane and Sane. So Leroy and Sadio, y'all make me play tongue twisters with myself. But I think the best team right now is Senegal. But I think a team like Algeria can play well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they are better um, right now. Algeria might have the Italy script for them, whereas they've been so good for so long, but then they just play their worst football at the worst possible time. Yeah. No, Ivory Coast isn't in the last 10. They weren't able to win. They played, I think it was Cameroon they played in their last matchup, and it was winner goes on, and they lost. So, yeah, Ivory Coast has the talent. Ivory Coast is lots of talent, but haven't been able to put it together. Hmm. Let's bring the Jamaican conversation here. Do I think Coops passed the ball better? Um, I don't know. we're we have a very low floor for what we expect from the Jamaican squad. So to say who is passing better is a bit of not that's unfair, but it's a bit of a tougher thing to bring up. Right now, Congo has just been countering. So to say that they're passing better, Congo knows what they are trying to do. They know their strategy. I think they aren't seeing their pitch as well. That's definitely because they've had a few breaks they could have had. And Congo is definitely just going to pinch and just put it on. At this point, they're just trying to pinch and bring players in. He should be. I'm not sure if he was called, but he should be. Let me actually double check to be sure that. He, Phil Jones, nice to see you. Salute, salute. Wan Bissaka has been like teetering between both England and that, so he may be eligible for them now, but he has played some English matches as well, so we'll definitely see how that works for them. But Congo's looked better. I think it helps them having the crowd with them. Mm. All right. Then you have Congo getting the ball back. Back to the keeper. Playing well, guys. Thank you for swinging by, stopping by. If you are popping in for a bit, leave us a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Appreciate it. We're going to be covering the African matchups. I think I will be with, I think I should be with, I'll probably be streaming with JD for the Jamaican match, or I might do something special for that. Haven't put that together as of yet, but we will see. But man, yeah, if you guys are watching this matchup here, all the matchups are on YouTube. So if you're at work, you can do go dual screens and watch that happen. And that's I think the interesting thing happening here. I think Morocco is trying to build, but I think when you look at teams in these types of matchups, there's an adage where it's simply this: what team abandons what they do well first? Right? That's the interesting conversation, right? Can you get a team to abandon what they do well before you abandon what you do well? I think that will always look at I'll always look at how you can do it, right? Yeah, Kimpembe is yeah, Kimpembe is from Congo as well. But I think he's still playing for French. We're talking which Kimpembe? We're talking France? French Presnel Kimpembe? Yeah, that's the it's the perk when you have lots of the perk when you have lots of colonies. Technically, they all can play for you. Colonization, they say, the new frontier. I think he might be on the bench right now. Phil Jones. I think he might be on the bench. Well, it's understanding how you look at how you work in. So, like for example, European countries will do that because mostly if you're developing players, you're being developed there. Most good talent aren't coming from. It's not like, for example, Warren, like you see a player who is coming from somewhere else, and all of a sudden they play well. The ones that they're able to do that with, it's primarily the ones you have in academies long enough, are players that you are naturalized long enough, and you can get them in. Like look at CF Montreal, for example. Rita got called up to the Moroccan Rita Zouhir, who's starting for CF Montreal, developed in Montreal, just got called up by the Moroccan U20. Right? Does that mean Canada's going to lose him? It doesn't mean they're going to lose him, but it certainly puts the ball in Canada's court to say you either pressing to bring him back or you're not. It depends on how you look at a U22 as well. Is a U20, as you look at, say, youth tournaments, is this a showcase for youth? It doesn't guarantee success necessarily, right? Apart from, oof, that's a good question. So I think like you can take advantage of them if you have good systems that you can develop them with and have them there. I think that where their opportunities definitely can find themselves moving in. Which prophecy? Apart from Ghana, which team is my favorite? It's a good question. I think I'm a combination of I like that western side very much. Um a team that I'm looking forward to seeing how they build up is Cap Verde, uh, Portuguese colony. They get a lot of players from some of the Portuguese lower leagues, and they've been slowly building in terms of form. They were my dark horse pick for AFCON. They made it out of the group stage, but lost in the round of 16. But Cape Verde is definitely my team. But then I like all the teams around Ghana. So like when you had Togo, Ivory Coast, Benin, those teams, when they're on form, I will always root for them because to me, they're just, we're all in that area, just kind of got split up by colonization. So for me, it's just that. So that would be my team. So I look for outside of Ghana, which I'll always be rooting for Ghana. Got my Ghana kit on. It's nice. The nine. And it's not Jordan Ayew. No, it is the late, great Junior Agogo, who Ah, that was a striker. He played I think he played Nottingham Forest. Or he played championship level in England. Was born in Ghana, but then grew up in all of that. Cross coming in, Pesh on the back, Akimi good defending, gone. We got a few seconds left before we hit before we hit halftime. Definitely okay. Congo with a foul. 1 minute of extra time into this half, so not bad, not bad. All right. Yes, Ivory Coast is my team. I like Ivory Coast. I mean, you're taught. I grew up watching, well, like my growing up days watching West African sport. I was spoiled, right? You had. It's really all about like when I grew up watching African players. We had Asamoah Gyan. Yeah, he retired. Samojan definitely retired, but he's playing locally. He was playing in the local league in Ghana this year. Same as Muntari. Muntari is there for a bit too, so they were there. But yeah, like me growing up watching African foot, like we were spoiled. You had Eto, Drogba, Essien, the Ghana midfield of Apia, Muntari. Man, then you sprinkled in a Kevin Prince Boateng. Like we were spoiled with players, right? You had JJ Okocha, who was just bouncing around, but bouncing around everyone too. Free kick right now at the end of half. Let's see if Congo can take advantage of it. Bad delivery. Looks like we're gonna go straight to half here. All right. Half time. Morocco's got some work to do here. But man, Ghana. Well, I'm talking about Ghana. We're not playing yet. But Congo, man. Yohan Wissa, Brentford winger, comes in with the goal deflected, but in, and they are doing well. Guys, if you are stopping by for a bit today, leave us a like, give us a comment, give us your predictions for the matches that are happening today. Again, you got Congo, Morocco coming up right now. Afterwards, you do have Senegal, Egypt, Mali, Tunisia, Ghana, Nigeria. More matchups on the way, but let's just jump into chat, guys. If you're watching this match, let me know what you thought. Who stood out? What does Morocco have to do to play forward? If you're not familiar with the teams, say you're not familiar, but I like the team whites. It doesn't matter, man. But let's get to the comments, see how we're doing. Yep. So having side conversations. Africans, the reason why France win the World Cup is because they have African born players. That the reason why. Well, it's a combination of that and not worrying. Right? If you look at France's development, they don't wait. They invite you immediately. It's like you're here, you're playing well. Okay, you're in. You're playing U17. You're playing U15. It's not a question of we're not sure if they are, we're not sure if they're going to be committed well, if they're going to be this or that. It's just straight put them in. If they don't come, they don't come. but put them in and go, right? And from that, once they get them in the system, then it's a matter of them deciding if they want to continue or not. And that comes down to what your parents, but get them in. Youth sport, like youth FIFA youth tournaments are a lot much. They're scratch offs. If the more high profile talent you get in, the more chances you have to keep them because they're in your program. But that doesn't guarantee you're going to keep them, right? So that's kind of how you have to look at it that way. So I think France does a good job with that. Because even if you look at some of the French players, the players who played for France U17, U20, you see some of them playing because like Mahrez played for them, but then is now playing for Algeria. You have players who are spread around. That entire Clairefonte area is definitely going to look interesting and good coming through. It's about how well. Well, yes and no, but like if you're gonna have a conversation about African federations in terms of what they do well, because I was ironically I was talking to Steph about this, who just jumped in, but like an African squad, they're not going to necessarily let their national team do it because most of the teams that are coaches are there. Like even if you have conversations, like if you know, hey, there's a like I'll use myself for example. If I know there's a Ghanaian, if I'm running an academy and I know there's a Ghanaian in that academy, I know if I talk to them, there's a mutual respect, and I'm not going to ruin the quote unquote name of a Ghanaian just to do one little thing or something else. So there's that relationship. There's that let me help you get that player. And as bad as African, and this is true, like even if you look at Ghana, as bad and as terrible as the FA can be sometimes, all the teams are either connected with clubs in Europe or know scouts enough where they can call them and say, hey, this player, he's not Ibrahimovic, but like he has the potential to be like a young Salah. And then the player gets moved, right? Ghana players get moved everywhere. And it's a matter of having those connections. They know what the quality that they can. And at that level, you have players who can do it. And I think that's where other teams, specifically Jamaica, could learn. It's and I'll say it this way. The National League's problem shouldn't be the national team's problem, right? The National League's problem shouldn't be resolved by the national team. If the league is if let's say I'll go to Canada, the one major selling points of the CPL is that for a simple subscription fee, you can jump in and you can see all the players, right? You don't need to go, you can go online, get the app, and you can watch all the teams and the players that are there. And you can cherry pick and say, hey, I like an Easton Ungaro, I like an Antoine Couplan, or you know what? Let me get this player up. If they've made it accessible, right? They've made it accessible, and that helps. And that helps the league grow in that aspect. So that I think is where a lot of things have to answer. A national team, like the national league's issues and problems, shouldn't have to turn to the national team and further solutions. But that's kind of how I see it. But that's just me looking at it. All right. I like how non-traditional teams are rising. Well, non-traditional African teams are finally understanding that there have always been rules. Like look at Suriname, where you couldn't, if you played youth for Netherlands, you couldn't play for them anywhere else. And it's a matter that there's only so many spots available, right? And we say this about England, and you'll start to say this about other teams growing in regions. There's only so many available spots. And if there's only so many available spots available, you start to push down the quality. Quality players start to get pushed, and they're look for other places for opportunities, which is why I truly believe for like U20s, especially, you should be recruiting players all the time, but get players in specifically for U20, U17s, because what easier way? It's like, hey, we have a team that can qualify for a tournament. You can get out here, we can go, right? If you look at Ghana, for example, like, and that's created some issues, right? Ghana had Callum Hudson-Odoi who reached out to the Ghanaian FA to play for them, but Ghana's has their FA has issues where there were some players in both the technical committee and others who were essentially and this thing it's created a lot of issues, and because of that, there is a clear. If you look at the young players who are eligible for Ghana, outside of the ones who will say we've never been here, so we don't feel Ghanaian, the people who are just outright saying no, there's a reason why they're saying no, and I think that comes down to management of how that looks as well. So I think it really African systems are there. But yo, yeah, remote JJ Kocha was one of my favorites to watch. And like we grew up with that. I think my first African experience of football was Nigeria at the 96 Olympics. Right. But then my first like the when I first really got into it was 90. Everything is 99 for me. Right. Going to Ghana, seeing Ghana play Jamaica in Ghana, seeing Ghana play. And then at the end of that, at the end of our trip, we were watching the Women's World Cup. So like that entire summer was just okay. We're in this now. We're in this now, and then that's when I started really following both football on a Ghanaian level, on a Canadian level. That's where it started. 99 for me. That year was fun. Non-traditional, kind of mentioned that already. And like when you find people who are eligible, you can find them in leagues who are just looking for an opportunity. And why not connect? And when you are able to connect with them, it creates opportunities. Look at Kai Kamara, who's playing at CF Montreal, what he's doing for Sierra Leone, right? Look at that player and what he's been able to do. Look at the impact he's been able to have. Even Tony Rudiger, right? Though he's playing for Germany, look at the impact he's had back home there, right? All those things are going to be there. But no, Steph, I agree with you here. I think since that goal, definitely Morocco has looked a bit more phased. They aren't fully rattled, but it definitely that goal emboldened Congo to just say we can go get another. And I like that approach from them. It's kept Morocco uncomfortable, and the more they chance it goes, the only way I think Morocco gets back into this game is if they pass their way back in, take a little bit of the air out, and kind of break them down that way. If they aren't able to do that, then you're stuck in a situation where I think it's going to come in here. So I think the first 10 minutes in the second half are really going to be important for Morocco to reestablish some sort of control of this game. If not, it'll be interesting there. Senegal Egypt should be a good game. Now, I know you can doubt my predictions all you want. Stylistically, I don't think this is close. I think Senegal beats Egypt because Egypt is built to counter. And the countering can work if they don't bury the chances. If you look back at the AFCON final, yes, they missed the penalty, but Egypt was giving up chances that Senegal wasn't converting. The last time Egypt was in this type of a position, 2013, they went to Ghana and they got run 6-1 in Ghana. That style can work, but when you have a team that just says that's fine, we're just going to play. I don't see this. I don't see the Senegal Egypt matchup being close, in my opinion. Right, and and this is almost me banging the table for it. Right, 4-1 El Salvador yesterday was me saying I don't know what Jamaica is going to be, so I'm going to trust what I know. But this matchup, I don't see Egypt winning this. Salah's not going to the World Cup, in my opinion. 2-1, saying one, say that. All right, all right, all right. A lot of European teams cherry pick the best ones. Yeah, that's true. But when you have them there, it's easy to cherry pick, right? And you don't let them have the conversations. It's, hey, come on in, come and play. But the reality is, there's only so many spots available, right? So that's kind of how you have to look at it coming through. But yeah, Africans do have a system. Yeah, and like I'm never gonna stand up and say Africa has the best system in terms of them. African systems are all corrupt. Like I always bring up Ghana because that's the one I follow closely. When your government and your FA are both dueling with each other to pick a coach, when your FA is trying to go is flying to Germany to talk to one coach, and your government is flying to England to talk to another coach, and they both say these are the coaches, does that not scream dysfunction? Does that not scream dysfunction? It certainly does to me. It certainly does to me. But I think at the end of the day, what helps is that the only thing masking all of Ghana's issues is that they have decent talents. And the sad part is they could have had more. But that's kind of how we look at it. But yeah, we're going to be here for a bit here. But so far, I think in this matchup, as we got the stats still kind of rolling up on the screen, Morocco started off quick, like they had possession, but that goal in the 12th minute really emboldened them. You had them moving. You had a lot of Congo just thinking they belong here, and I think they do. I think you don't make it to the final 10 without not belonging. So I think the first 10 minutes of this matchup are going to really set the tone for the second half. So I think, man, it's going to be very interesting to see what they're able to do. But man, the second half of this matchup is first 10 minutes are really going to set the tone for how this game is going to go. I look forward to it. If you guys are swinging by, stopping by for a bit, thank you for joining. We do primarily world football a bit, but I mean, I am Canadian, so I do follow the men's national team. We do have a pod this week in foot that we kind of put online, but then we also have our Africans podcast where we just talk about all manner of sports, whether that be clubs, club soccer, and whatnot. And we go from there. Just leave us a like if you're interested with more of our content. Give us a subscribe. But yeah, all the African matchups, if you don't know, again, are on YouTube, so you guys can spend your time. No, you guys can watch them all. No, so the final round of qualifiers no, the final round of qualifiers is happening today and Tuesday. So it's two legs and you're in. So imagine if CONCACAF had taken the last 8 teams and then just said it's Jamaica versus Panama, right? Home and away, winner on aggregate wins. That's what's happening. They're not doing a giant group. What they do is they went from their teams and then they went to 40 teams or 50. No, why can I not do this properly? They went to 40 teams. There we go. Groups of 4. Group winners made it to the final 10, and then they pair them off. Home and away aggregate. Winner goes to the World Cup. Loser stays home. Right? And it's a different style from there. So yeah, we're gonna know the African qualifiers for the World Cup as of Tuesday, but we might have a good look as to what they may be as of today, based on how teams are playing. I kind of asked that question, but how do you guys feel that style of qualification works? Do you like it, or would you rather have it how it is currently? I know there's a lot of CONCACAF folks here, so would you prefer a CONCACAF style final round, or would you prefer what Africa is doing, where they just pair off 2 teams and then it's just luck of the draw? Pray you don't have Mexico, pray you don't have the USA, and take your chances that way. What would you guys have preferred for World Cup qualifiers? Let me know in the chat. Windy down there. Wind has definitely picked up. You definitely see it coming in. But Sam Bowen prefers CONCACAF because you play the best teams. No, that's true. But I'll counter and ask you this. So you play the best teams, which is great. But if the best teams are already there, what would happen? Would you be fine if CONCACAF said, hey, Jamaica, you are playing, you're playing El Salvador, right? And then winner goes through. So then tomorrow, for yesterday's game, you're going to extra time or penalties to decide whether it's El Salvador or whether it's Canada or Jamaica who's going to go to the World Cup. Would you have taken that? Or would you still prefer it? I'm asking because it's an interesting conversation because AFCON has done this once before. That was 2013 for the 2014 World Cup. And they did it for the final round, and I've said it. You had a team like Egypt who ran the table, only lost 1 game during all of qualifications. Unfortunately, they lost that game 6-1 to Ghana. They won the next game 2-1, but they lost on aggregate 7-3, and that was their campaign. You lose one game at the worst possible time, that's it. It's similar to like look at Italy. They've lost two games in their last what 40 plus, but Spain put them into the relegated playoff zone, and then North Macedonia eliminated them. Right? It's an interesting concept. I'm wondering. I don't know if all teams, all confederations would want to do something like that, but it's an interesting conversation to have in terms of what you prefer. No, yeah, and that's fair. But I mean, at this point, you're making the assumption that your last 10 teams are the best teams, right? So no, there's points with either way. I think the question is always more so how you feel about your matchup. I think going through a gauntlet eventually, going through like CONCACAF has, a team can get hot. There's no doubt about it. But I think typically the best teams on form usually always go through, right? You can only lose, you can only get upset by a lower ranked team so many times before you realize your team isn't good, or you can only beat everyone before you realize no, your team is good. So we'll go from there. The wind has picked up here, and that is interesting. I'm wondering how that's going to affect. I've never been to the stadium, but I'm wondering how it's going to affect how, especially long balls and crosses, are going to come through. But we are getting ready to take on the second half. Congo with the ball, and we are going. Hmm. Yes, they have John Mensa. So John Mensa, not Jonathan Mensa, right? Just making sure. I do like John Mensa as I think my favorite captain for Ghana was Stephen Appiah. I grew up, I saw him come up. I think the fun fact, which I've been having conversations with, whenever you look at a generation and say this generation will be good, is Ghana made three straight World Cups. They made 2006, 2010, 2014, and you could argue their best player only played in one. Right, Michael Essien, who was at, you could argue like 2004, 2005, he was in the conversation, if not the best box to box midfielder in the world. And I think when you look at that, you look at a player like that, you realize that it's not always guaranteed. And that generation was amazing, but imagine if you had a little bit more solidity in the midfield during those. But yeah, I think Essien was my favorite player. Well, my heartfelt player is the jersey I'm wearing right now, Junior Gogo, who only really played for them at the '08 AFCON. That that's the only play. That's the only time he ever played. But yeah, Ghana's had some good, fun players. Christian Atsu, who came in afterwards. I think the player, though, I think I was the most disappointed that I put all my hopes on. There was a young striker who played U17 in '07, in '06, and then played U20 in '09. Ransford Asay. He was the pairing. He was up top as a striker on that squad. And I think many Ghanaians then tapped him as like the next big thing. And they were really excited to see him pair up with a Samajan. He just never panned out. Right. So a Samajan was a player that we were really excited for, but he never panned out. And it's been an issue ever since. I think if you want to look at Ghana, they had a generation, but more importantly, they had a striker who was that efficient. I think he's just under 50% in terms of goal creations and opportunities. We saw coming in close. Brentford, man, trying to put this game away early. Hmm. Definitely is. That's a good question, Lauren. Who's the best player with Ghana roots? Um, you might say Jerome Boateng, who played at uh, Bayern. Um, you could say maybe, yeah, because Jerome had the best career. Tony Yeboah, who played for, yeah, Tony Yeboah, who played for Germany, which was a surprise, but he did it. So he's a good call. I know there are a couple players that we were excited possibly to see, but were cap tied. Danny Welbeck, for example, would have been interesting because you could have paired him with Gian. You could play two at the top and at the front there. Who else of players that I wish would have played for Ghana but didn't? It's a very good question. If you look recently, if you look at like today, like days like today, like if you look at Bilbao in La Liga, you have the Williams brothers are both Ghanaian, but are only going to play for Spain. So Inaki and Nico Williams, they are interesting. Brian Brobe, who was at Salzburg, is back in the Dutch league. Definitely a player that is interesting to look at today for Ghana. Yunus Musa, who's playing for the States, he could have played for Ghana, but Ghana was the third option between England and then the US came. So sir. Hello, I'm Axel. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, yo, JD, thank you for stopping by. If you want to jump on, let me know. I'll send you the link on Discord. But then if you jump on, it'll turn into a Jamaican conversation. I say jokingly, but no, it's good. No, we're definitely into the first half, and it's looking like Congo is not letting up at all. Congo is not afraid of this match. Good to see from them. Yuan Wissa definitely the Brentford man, number 20 for those of you who aren't familiar with him, scored the goal and is definitely coming up looking well, looking lively. Morocco hasn't been able to settle down, and I think that is the issue with some stylistically, and it's not just all North. Excuse me. It's not just a North African thing. It is an African mentality sometimes where you just want to defend and score and win 1-0 and be gone. But a team like I don't know how Morocco's going to deal with being behind. I don't know if they can press that well because sometimes they play at a specific pace. So I think that's the interesting aspect to take a look at to see what they can do. Wonderful times. Clearance in. Okay, shot deflected. Corner for Morocco. Morocco's trying to build up a bit more. That's just definitely good to see from them. Definitely taking a bit more of the action here the second half. The wind has picked up. You can definitely see it in the corner flags to the point where ball's not even staying still on the corner. So, ooh, good save by the keeper there. Good save by the keeper on that corner. Another corner coming for Morocco. This feels like the first half. Build up, build up, build up. But who will actually break through? Jay Russ, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Give us a like if you haven't subscribed. Do so. But let us know. Let me know who are you rooting for these African matchups. You have Morocco. Oh well, this is a change. So it's looking like we have a penalty for Morocco. Oh, yeah, that's clear. That's clear. Penalty coming up for Morocco to get back into this game. Ooh, that's interesting. All right. It's windy, so you want to keep this low and on the ground because this wind's going to take it. The wind has picked up, so oof, this will be interesting. This will be interesting. Ryan Maya versus the keeper. What's up? What's up? What's up? Big moment. Big moment. Skies it over. Oh, that's a terrible penalty. That is a terrible penalty. Moroccan fans are just distraught. Moroccan players are punching the bench. That is a terrible penalty. Oh, what a way. What a way. What a way. Ah, that is a terrible penalty. Apologies, apologies, apologies. But at least this looks like it's given Morocco a little bit more life going forward. So that's good, at least on that aspect. Appreciate it, Jairus. Appreciate it. Man, you can't be that wasteful with these opportunities. And that's the wind is I think wind is gonna be a thing in the second half. The way that it's blowing, ball not sitting still at all. So I think, man, it's gonna be an interesting thing to look how this goes. I don't know. I don't know, Sean Base. I don't know. Appreciate you stopping by. Yes, agreed, Warren. Always placement, but in this case, when it's that windy, I would have just kept it low. Low corner would have been the spot. Wind is going from from the viewing aspect the from right to left on the pitch. So crosses are gonna sail, are definitely going to sail, and you definitely have to watch that. All right, we have the man, the myth, the legend. JD, how you doing?
I'm alive, huh?
Alive is alive is always better than the other option. So no, yeah, yeah. What was it? My day was long today, yesterday. Like before the match, that in between, before we got to watch alongs, we were watching my grandma's service. So that was a long emotional day. And then by the end of the day, you're just here. So hey, you enjoy you enjoy these moments as you are. Maybe I'm living too much calling for ones because I'm thinking, why not? Just live and let live here. But how was the stream at the end yesterday?
No, nothing. I was just tired and I have the flu, so it's
Yeah,
not easy. Look like I have the coronavirus again, so
that's
it's
always
not going
exciting.
good. You
No, but that's good. That's good. But no, we're so far. We have Congo up on Morocco. They're able to counter. Definitely gained a lot. I think Morocco isn't very comfortable playing from behind, but they can press to get to a draw. First match is here in Congo. I don't know how much you've watched of it so far, but give me a bit of your thoughts if you've watched anything so far.
I don't. I didn't watch anything. I was just watching like 5 minutes so far, and everyone looks a little bit strong. You know.
Mm.
So because everyone is looking to be strong, let me get a little time to see what's going on because I don't have a clue.
No, that's fair. I think when you're looking at this matchup here, it's a matchup of a team that Congo was just defending, but once they scored, they definitely started to get a bit more ambitious and were pressuring a little bit higher. We haven't had this much holding in terms of the game so far, so I think Congo's definitely earned this result so far. Morocco just missed the penalty that they were awarded going over the box, and I think they shouldn't have gone that high, and that kind of put them in this position. So I can see this game ending 1-0, but I think the way that Morocco is starting to build up, if they're not able to actually get an equalizer, I think it's definitely going to be something of a surprising for people who just know Africa by the names of the countries, but in terms of how they're playing, I mean, it's not that much of a surprise of a result.
What they're talking in the chat? Oh yeah, thank you, Sean Beast and Phil Jones. Big up yourself. I'm alive. I did 2 streams. Yeah, but because I have to make I'm making the kid food. I'm gonna
Mm,
do a stream tonight. I'm gonna do a stream after 8 when she go to bed. Ooh, they nearly scored again.
that they
What?
did, yeah.
Good lord! But I
But
know
like
that I knew
those
that number
opportunities are
9.
there. Yeah,
I know
I
that
think
number
that
9.
that 9 is from I believe Marseille,
Yeah, damn.
and then 20 is our Brentford man. Just misplaced on that. Maybe if attacked it with his head, he may have had a better chance. But mhm.
Ooh, no, no. Oh my god. Should have done a little bit better still. Because you're coming on the backside. Yes, I
Hmm.
think you should have done a little bit better. Yeah.
Hmm. Most definitely.
Okay. Canada War now. Yeah, oh my God. We need to, we have to string up our again. A CONCACAF one tomorrow. Yes, CONCACAF. I told everyone. I told them. I told them. A lot of people will be crying. Aurelio will be crying soon.
Yeah. Hey, the match. See, like the Costa Rica matchup. I'm not as upset with it because as someone I was saying to someone like you have two teams who are playing well coming into this and one of them lost. You had a red card. And again, this is not to like diminish Costa Rica in any way. If there's a team that you're fine playing a man down against, it's Costa Rica because they're not going to stretch the game. They're not going to try to punish you. If anyone's going to punish you, it's going to be Joel Campbell and Joel Campbell. So
Yeah,
Mark Anthony K, yeah.
Canada show a good side to themselves yesterday. 10
Hmm.
man down after 34 minutes and
Yeah.
still played better. It only showed that we have problems. For
Mm.
Jamaica, we have desperate problems because they are blessed with midfield when we can't find midfielders. Ravel Morrison played good yesterday, and I think he's not going to be in Canada.
Yeah.
Liam
Is that
Bailey, I think
confirmed
he's
or
not going to
no?
be in Canada. I think the Liam Bailey has been confirmed.
Yeah.
I think people saying that it's some paperwork thing. He never got any injury, something like that.
Hmm.
So if those two players are not there, I think we are going to really truly see what Jamaica could be without nobody, with nobody of that top tier toward the
Hmm.
team. We have Andre Gray still in the team, but
Hmm.
aside from that, everybody else is just everybody else. MLS
Yes.
players and them stuff there. Yeah. We know we have Greg Lee in the team, but one person can't make the big difference. So we're gonna see
No.
what the team could look like. That's what I would have to say still. But it's a
Hmm.
we're gonna learn something about Canada. We're gonna learn something about Canada. But I don't want to think we're gonna win it. I don't think so. I think we're gonna
No,
get a good
definitely.
beating. You know. But we want to put up a good
Well,
fight at
as
least.
yeah, I think they'll be able to do that for sure. I think I jokingly said I've been jokingly telling people, but I think if it wasn't for the red card from Mark Anthony K, we would have seen Cornelius K, Daniil Henry, Tejan, Hoylett, and Kyle Laren on the pitch for reasons. Them reasons being that they all have Jamaican descent in them, and for that's the reasons that I think they would all be there. But I don't know how they're gonna Ooh, bad miss there.
Why
And
are they saying? I don't know why these guys can't go into different countries, but I tell you what, that's what I heard. I just tell you guys. When you don't see them there, that you just know that they can't get in there. I'm not going to get into people's business and know why they can't be in different countries. Damn, we're Jamaicans, we barely can go to the bus stop sometimes. And if we go to the bus stop,
stop.
most of the parts of the country will get shut up. So why are we surprised that we can't go in a different country? A different country is far
Mm.
from the bus stop.
No, I don't know in terms of if we look at subs rotation wise for Canada, I think you might see a Hoylett play. They played David the whole match. So I could see them giving him a rest and either playing they could go David again, but I think more than likely what would be an interesting choice is they could have Atakubi back. They have um other players back. If you want to play Larea again, I think they might go 4-2-3-1 and really try to attack. That might give them maybe Miller can finally get a goal. He won't miss everything
And
this time.
you're spot on, because I'm not gonna say no because I did a small recording with an
Mhm.
individual. When it comes out, it comes out. So I can't really talk on those
No, that's
topics. But
fine. That's fine. Yeah.
you're good. You're learning too much from me. So that's the problem. As you said, you're gonna ball your head soon. I
Soon,
think.
soon, soon. Guys.
Guys, you need to subscribe to Africans, because Africans is funny, man. Yeah.
It,
They said Claudine man wanted. Oh my God, Shambis, why you give so much trouble and you're not a Jamaican? Jesus Christ,
because
man.
because Sean
Shambis
Bass just
as
Sean
terrible
Bass
as
just
everyone of it.
pokes. He just pokes. Sean Bass shows up, is like kicks the hornet's nest and walks away like I said nothing. Me, I never would. Suriname. We are calm and fine people. That's Sean Bass.
Oh my God,
Oh
Claudine is
man.
not here. Claudine is busy doing her work,
Yeah.
and these guys tormented Claudine. Yeah, she's gonna curse when she see this. Oh my God.
It's true. That is definitely true. But no. No, I think that will be like we said. I think with no Ravel and no Bailey, potentially, those were the best players on the pitch for Jamaica. So who's going to control the midfield? We're going to find out a lot about the players there. It's great that we can talk. It's great that I think Karoom sent me some of Paul Hull's post game matchup comments, and I'm like, I'm not mad. What do you want him to say? Like, what do you want him to say? Let's talk about players who aren't here. Yeah, let's talk about players who are here.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Paula has to realize that the players them that's not here is bigger than the team. So you have to just get used to it. You have to just make these players good, and then people will talk about them. So just do your job, and that's be
mhm,
nice. Yeah, that's what he needs to do. But I see what he's doing. He's just being for the job, and then he does what he has to do. But we are gonna
mhm.
discuss that later as well, because I think he might just be a con artist. He might outsmart them in the end, guys. So you should not bash Paula as yet. He might outsmart them as yet. You realize that the only JPL players them play is the one that they had to use. You guys realize that the
Mhm.
only JPL players played is the one they had to use them. So all these friending up these JPL people and telling them about they're all good. They ain't playing. They
That is very
literally ain't
true.
getting in the game unless they literally don't have anybody else to use. That's why they use them. So I think Parlal might be cutting out a lot of people just to get the job. So I'm not gonna bash Parlal anymore. I'm gonna just let him do his thing. Cause he might finally outsmart the Kanati system.
Okay, Congo on the break, on the wing. Sean,
Um,
why? Why, Sean?
I'm coming.
But unable to break through 67th minutes. Okay. But yeah, Morocco is they just feel just off. And I think that's the issue for them. They're just off. That goal really put them off. The missed penalty is another thing. That's a foul, definitely. But man, this will be interesting to look at. 67 minutes in, Congo's made two subs, replaced striker and a winger. I'll get the names for those in a minute. But man, this matchup is going to be very interesting looking at how this ends. Morocco really has to pass their way back into this. Because if not, they are just sitting in a spot where they won't be able to really do anything or be able to go and grow from that aspect.
It's very warm, yeah? Very, very warm. Yes, so wait until it's. All right. Sorry about that, bossy. Got to get the kids' food. Sean Bass have reggae fever. Oh my God. Where did you get Okay, 68 minutes in.
Yep, 68 minutes in, and trying to. That was a bad switch.
Jairus, big up, thanks for being here. But this is not my channel, so why am I telling people thanks for being here, you know? Yeah, thanks for
Thank
supporting
you,
Africa. Yes.
JD. Thank you. No, it's JD.
I,
It's
I,
okay.
yeah, yeah, thanks for you guys being here, but I should not be the
Honestly,
one saying that. I'm not running channels. I'm barely
no.
living.
He's
Oh my
he is
God.
just living. Yes. See, he's gone from running his channel to just living in a few moments, guys. In a few more days, like I'll just switch this to. I'll just make a jersey with all the flags. There'll be like a little bit of Suriname, a little bit of Jamaica in it, a little bit of Haiti in it, a
Ah.
little Curacao as well, and then next thing you know, I'm just like
Bruh.
I'm Mr. Concacaf himself, and then we're good.
So hold on. Why is it Sean Bass out here put up Moanda, a Jamaican wife, red gal, Malike?
Sean Vase is just poking all of the hornets' nests and running away. Sean Bass is the guy at the riot who throws the brick and then runs into the and then backs into the crowd when the riot
Oh
gear
my
and the police
God.
comes in. That's Sean Bass right now.
Sean Bass, the Jamaicans will kill you soon. Oh my God. What is wrong with
This
Sean Bass, man?
I don't know.
Oh God. Let me make sure I put Africans.
Shadow on it. Marks, thanks for stopping by. I was wondering if Owagos mattered in these. I believe they do. So right now, a goal here for Morocco would definitely help, but it's one way and away. Thanks for stopping by, Mark. Did you get enough sleep after last night? I'm barely awake, but the goal by Congo definitely woke me up. So I'm running on that energy for now.
I don't know why I brought so much people from outside the world to turn them in Jamaicans. I don't and at the same time they're saying I am not Jamaican enough, you know. I'm like the false Jamaican, the fake Jamaican, every single thing they said about me.
JD,
I'm so
JD, it happens to everyone. It happens. You try to lend a helping hand, and we say thank you for your hand. We'll take everything else too. Um, and then the next thing you know, we're just like, everybody, hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and let us know how you're doing. In today's video, we are going to discuss. We're going to pull it up here. We're going to discuss Congo versus Morocco in the World Cup qualifiers. So as we have it here, as we pull it up here, uh, this is what happens when you watch so many videos. You're like, yep, this is it. Ah, man, good, good times. Definitely. I recorded just a reaction, threw that up on Twitter, said I go sleep now. I went to bed at 2. I woke up at 7. My body still is in a gear of wakes up at the. I normally wake up at 5, so it's definitely rough. Sean Bass is just choosing to poke all the hornets' nests here. Thanks. See, now you're gonna bring him to this channel, and then every Sean, why? Why Sean? Why would you do this, Sean?
okay, they say
Morocco.
yes, yeah, I think I was called Canadian a few times as well, you know.
Yeah.
We
Well,
have
I
a strong and meditative personality, JD. Added on for YouTube. Surprising. I think I'm very popular. I figured that out from the other day. You know, I think I'm very popular. Right,
well,
Africans. I think I'm very popular. You know,
no, you
worldwide.
are
You know,
very
I never
very
knew that.
much Mr. International over here. No,
I
I
actually
think
think I'm very popular.
I think like again, I caught you early, like when you were doing like all the other things. But I think for a lot of the people in this region, when they started seeing on the CONCACAF Council, and it was just like, let's just say it as it is, how we feel. It was just like, oh, you were one of the few people who gave personality on those videos, right? And then when you add Rogelio, you added CRC. Those guys brought their personalities too. So it's like now it's like no, it's real fans. It's analytics. It's we're breaking it down at the same time. No. I get it. We can definitely have that conversation. Man, we have 10 people watching, guys. Thanks for being here. If you haven't already, leave
Okay.
us a like, give us a comment here.
African is rapidly becoming a superstar. He's definitely he's gonna shine his head very soon. Oh god.
Yeah. I used to tell my mom this. The second I see a bit of balding, it's gone. No, it's just
But
gone.
it's not, I don't have ball here, you know. I just don't know why I keep shaving my heads, you know. Oh, what's that? 1-1? Or no? Okay.
No.
There's a replay.
Yeah, it was a replay. That was the goal from that. But guys, if you are here, leave a comment. Let us know who you're rooting for. If you have any interest with these AFCON World Cup qualifiers, you have 4 more matchups happening today, all on YouTube. So you don't need to look far to find a matchup. But we have Congo on the break. Heavy touch, heavy touch, heavy touch. Yeah. That a that a championship top prize. Thanks for
Yes,
being here,
guys, in the
man.
drop 2 super chat on the channel. Don't play with me. Don't waste my time. We're here.
Oh, that hurts.
What's the goal?
And yeah, Morocco back here.
It's a long over the top. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful long ball at its finest. 2 touchdown and finish. Wow.
Yeah.
Send him some Jamaican coconut. What they said, yeah, they said about me being Jamaican. JD, if you are a Jamaican, when Jamaica gained independence,
Oh man, that is
is
a
it
good
19?
ball.
Is it 19? I think it's 1962, something like that. Yeah,
Mm. Man, that's really gonna hurt. Now, the longer this goes, they're probably checking to see if it was offsides, but I don't think it was offsides.
yeah.
Man,
I
but
think it should be 1962. What a boy around with? Isn't it 1962 Jamaica independence? I think so.
yep. BR is still checking, still checking. But man, no, that's true. Still, the longer this goes, the longer I'm thinking, was that first ball offside? And that's what I was thinking initially, but I'm not sure how much they overran it. But this is a very important check here because it's a very
Okay, it's
goal
correct.
is
Okay, it's
standing.
correct. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
it's correct. All right, then that means I am Jamaican. You see it? Yeah, yeah. Tell you, tell you guys.
Man, that result hurts. I mean, that goal definitely hurts. And I'm wondering now, how does Congo react to this? Can they defend and keep it at 1-1?
What is the national tree? All right. What is the tree name? All right. Yeah, sorry,
Thank
Africans.
you
I
for
don't know why they
joining
turned
us
this into a
for
history class.
African qualifiers. I know. Welcome
Man,
to African qualifiers featuring Jamaican history. Brought to you by Diaspora.
national tree. I need to look up all of these stuff, cinnamon. Yo,
Mm,
national tree. What's the name? What's the name of that thing again? Of
mhm.
course, I know all of them stuff here, but man's getting old.
That they are ball in the box, but no, two to this, yeah, you need Mark for Canadians who are hoping to get Canada pot three. You need Morocco to go down. You need Nigeria to go down, and that could give you because there's already no Italy unless you are rooting hard for North Macedonia. Um, but
Ah,
yeah,
uh, is it lignum vitae or something like that? I don't even know if that's a tree or something. I think it's supposed to be something like that, you know. Yes.
why is it
Sean,
the
you said it's Christmas tree. Is the national tree? Uh, oh my God. They expect me
thank
to
you
know
for
everything.
yeah. Apparently, thank you guys for joining. Thank you for joining Jamaican
Okay, is
history.
it lignum vitae? Right. Is it something like that? Is it correct? Because remember, I don't have any on you. I'm just talking to you guys off my head, you know? So, okay, yes, it's correct. So then why not act like me don't know nothing? You see, they keep on acting like I don't know nothing. Blue Maho,
Apparently,
they
well,
said Blue Maho, but I never heard that in school. No, Jairus, you're taking me for idiot, Jairus. I remember once you said, you know, I remember something, you know. I can connect the names then back, you know, but you know, I'm not gonna remember because look how long I left primary school. I never learned that in high school. I was primary school. Primary school
oh
is like
man,
early 90s. That's a
well,
long time, you know, man. We're in 2022, you know, bro.
that is true.
So them acting like I'm out here learning that in high school, 11th grade.
Ooh, Congo almost wanted to take the lead there. Nice ball in, but Congo is not going down without the fight here. So Congo's got to really put this in. Thank you for
Someone says
joining for.
Mario. Yes, Blue Maho. That is a national tree. Okay, yeah, national tree and national plant. Okay. I never even know what the national tree is then, if it's like Blue Maho, because me never really hear that much. So maybe me not Jamaican enough. Aki tree, marijuana. Oh my god, Africans. What kind of stream you're running here?
I don't know. Where this is turned into the Jamaican hour featuring an African. So who knows? Who knows at this point? Oh man. But yo, Tedexter, thank you for stopping in, rooting for the great Abedi Pele. I am too. Jordan is cleared. No Andre for the Ghana today for both
Yes, national
matchups.
dishes. National dishes ackee and saltfish. And what is the longest river in Jamaica? Oh, should I know those stuff? May I walk around and learn history about Jamaica? Sure. All right, I might remember
um,
those stuff. Uh, let me try to remember that.
we're up to 11 guys. If you haven't already, give us a like. Give some predictions. Do you think Morocco or Congo can pull this one out? And if you're
Look
just
how
here for the
terrible. Look,
vibes,
Sean
you're
Bass,
here
look
for
how
the vibes.
terrible.
Yeah, Jean
Look
is
how
just
terrible Sean Bass is. The longest river in Jamaica is Curry Goat. What that has to do with
I can't even. I can't
ah,
even.
ah, Saltfish River? No, no. I think it might be Black River is a river, you know, so it might just be Black River. Duns River is not really a river, you know. Duns River is just a little type of setup type of thing. I think it might be you
Mm.
have a Milk River in Jamaica. I think you have a Milk River or Duns River. One of those two. No, Black River. No, no. What Black River? What I just said? I just said Black River.
Man, I have to
I
now.
don't
I
know. Yeah,
see.
I think it's Black River. Oh, I'm right. All right. Good Lord.
You might
I'm
be.
just making up things in my head and I'm correct. God Lord, I'm good.
Ooh, no
Because
foul
I don't know nothing
given.
about the history of Jamaica. Brian Burke in the house. So all of a sudden these people turning up when I'm here, and I never share the video.
I don't know.
That's
I
a penalty, you know.
don't.
That's a penalty, you know. If they go back to the guy drag him out down here, that's a penalty. Stop looking
I
for
think it
foul.
there's a
That's a
penalty
penalty.
too based off what I saw. Yeah, but they're not giving
Yes,
it to
but
them. So
yes, Warren. I said Black River, but tell you what, I didn't. I'm just guessing because I think you don't have so much rivers. Spanish Town River and a river. That's just a pond.
that should be a penalty. thankfully, Morocco's making subs, so maybe they'll take a look at it because that should be a penalty. Oh
It was
yeah,
on
I put
the
it on the
Discord,
Discord.
JD. What was on the Discord? The
I
answers are
put
in the
all my
Discord?
no, I put the link for the stream on the Discord. I put all my links on the Discord when I'm going about to go.
Okay. Africans, I'm sick. I don't know nothing what's going on in the world. Just click the link and come straight on the stream. I don't know nothing. And I'm a comedian live.
Yo, fair. You come in
Right.
and then it's Jamaican. Are you smarter than a Jamaican fifth grader? Apparently, so
Yes, I'm
that's
definitely smarter than a fifth grader. At least you can give me that. Just I speed. We know define. Oh, okay. Good lord, man. All right. We need a super chat. We need a super chat. Motivation.
just one, just one, guys.
Change tone.
And Sean
What
Bass
is
is
wrong
just
with
going through.
Travis?
Sean Bass is just going through every lyric he can think of and
Travis,
being like,
sing
"I remember,
when we used to sing in a
yes,
government yard in Trenchtown.
Georgetown."
That's where you learned it from, Sean Bass.
Yep.
Sean Bass, that is where I'm from,
Tough foul here, and the question is,
All right, let me see
get
how
the
much
game
people
going.
watching over Africans because I don't know
Yep.
what's going on. I
We
have
have
my phone
11
here.
people watching right now, and we have just under 20 likes. I think we have 18 or 19 likes right now.
The oligarch did his stream.
Oh, did he now?
No.
Oh, well, that's not good. So now a player sent off for Congo. Ngunda off on his second yellow, down to 10. So this is exactly what you don't want. Definitely not available for the next game. So that's not going to be ideal.
So all the oligarch do his stream and not getting the money. What's going on? Let me ask him. Why him not getting the money?
Yeah, that's a tough booking to take, but you got to be smarter than that. Same thing we were saying to Kay. You got to be smarter than that yesterday. Don't pick up yourself. You're already on one, so
Oh, so everyone want waiting on me to do a live stream about talking about
apparently
Jamaica. Oh my god.
you're Mr. International. You're the voice of Jamaicans, apparently. So you
No, I
gotta.
didn't like me. See, I'm just my friend where I'm up here. So
You're the
J
voice
Rose
we
Island
love to
card
listen
all
to.
for my channel. Okay. This is all out of touch I am, I'm literally having my mouse, trying to click on the comments them, to bring it up on your screen.
No, JD, no.
I'm truly out of touch, man.
See, and I'm just trying to get through everywhere because, like, I got Brian Burke who's here letting me know. Brian, I'm like Brian. Listen, Brian, you can send me a jersey, but send me a jersey when I'm like emphatically pounding the table that that's the score. That's what the score is going to be, right? Like, if Jamaica beats them, tell me where the jersey is. I'll buy the jersey. Yeah, you don't need to send it to me. I'll buy the jersey. But like, because that I am convinced of, that's not going to happen. But not knowing how Jamaica is going to look versus how they're going to line up, that's fine either way.
Okay. Oh, the oligarch over there big money, and they didn't give it the oligarch no money. Oh my god.
Mm. Can they still create here on the wing? Push down. They're just not giving anything. Physicality's definitely picked up in this match with a few minutes left.
One thing, I've never seen a team that's not performing good. People build so much videos on it. I literally saw like 64 match review, and I
Really?
can tell you that nobody talked not more than just 8 minutes for ads. Nothing else. Oh my god. Jamaica, I God, man, I am very sad. This is embarrassing sometimes. It's like the guys them don't see nothing in the game. It's just how much money you can come on YouTube and make. It's embarrassing, man. Sometimes it's sad to even go and do it. Because like you're trying to join the amount of money that people try to make and it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why
Like,
sometimes I
apparently.
want to just talk football. But
Yeah.
yeah, man,
And that's
how much
fine.
time how much time you spend 4 or 5 hours do a preview, a pre-match, a post-match after. Then you put
Yeah.
out one more video, then you have one more video. How much time you can talk about one game?
Unless there's something, you're gonna go first half 2 hours, second half 2 hours, and have a video and be like, okay, so
And
here when
Africans,
he,
not even
yeah,
1 minute they spent on El Salvador. If you listen to them speak. And I don't have to listen to them speak, and I know. Oh my god, man, I can't do them something, man. I can't follow it up. It just yeah, they super chat and them stuff there. Like what I said to a guy texted me and said, what about people stop going to the matches them? I said no. I just think people get more
mm,
bold and showcase that is just money alone them in this thing for. Because if
yeah,
I'm in Jamaica, believe me, I would go to the matches and I would have the necessary tools to make sure the noise suppression is cancelled and I can do my show at the matches. I
mm,
can't be supporting a thing or a team and not be at the location. What
yeah,
sense
yeah,
that it's like? Oh, can Jamaica? Jamaica people like this fan base is the only fan base that harbor those disrespectful thing. You can come and tell me that you're Jamaican more than me when you're not turning up at the games and you're in Jamaica, but because you're desperate for people super chat, you have to do watch alongs. You're mad, man. These things are people. The people are just not. I just think people just bill of eyes on YouTube. Don't think none of the people are in to fix it, and that's my sad thing because I truly want to try impact what's going on and the
yeah.
right thing go on, but too much frauds in the category, man. Tired of it, man. Sometimes the best thing I'm alright, just not doing anything.
The ref is just not giving anything here. Like,
Champion said the man them want to make a food, brother. That's why. That's why said it already. Yes, man. The man they want to make too much food. You know,
mm,
give the people them something. You know, give the people them something, man. Something to the people, man, and stop trying to scrape the people money, man. Good lord, man. Give back something to the youths, them. When you love the youths, them. When you love Jamaica team. Who did not pay
true.
for the ticket and they're not giving away nothing back to the country. So what the purpose of Uno? Well, that's some vipers, man. Damn, man. Give back to the
Well,
people.
true. Warren had the option to work a night shift, and I did no one in the stands, and kind of saw the game for tickets on sale. Yeah, well, I mean, we knew that was coming after after Edmonton. It was FOMO. It was straight FOMO. You don't want to be the one who's missing out on it, because after the Edmonton games in Canada, it was just okay. This team is might actually do it, which is interesting because like Canadian Twitter, you'll see people who complain about how tickets aren't $8 anymore and you can't get access to them. So
Raheem
like,
Sterling did a good job. He don't like food. Said no food making. Yes, man, the eat of food mentality need to stop, man. Do
mm,
desperate hungry belly people, man.
yep,
Just want. Oh my God, man! No, true. How much people don't know about YouTube, guys? The reason why people extend their videos to 8 minutes and don't talk nothing because they don't have nothing to say. They don't even know about football. It is because they want to extend it to 8 minutes to get more ads, multiple ads in the video. It's not because they like you or want to put out a video. They
mm-hmm,
literally just trying to get more money on the ads, nothing else. You get me? Yeah, man, I'm tired of this category, man. Just because the people keep on stressing me for doing it, that's how me keep on pushing
mm-hmm,
it out. But and I'm a Jamaican at the same time, Yeah, man, too much hungry
yeah,
belly people, man. We're full of hype, man, Africans, because they act like they're working. Now, one first Africans, he made like $500, 500 US dollars. And then it's like it was nothing,
yep,
and he's behaving ungrateful. And I'm saying, bro, when I know you
yep.
didn't have subscribers, making $500,
Oh,
should be grateful, man. And that's the
Congo
point
has
that
a
they start
chance.
to realize.
Not done.
Yeah, it's not nice,
Yeah,
man. The
that's
people,
true.
the people mentality is bad, man. Like, they're
Hmm.
too greedy, man. You never work. You don't have a CXC. You don't have nothing. Worldly education. And you making something. And you acting like you're somebody special. You want $1 million
Mm.
for what? What you do? You have sense? Match ends.
Oh, yeah. Match ends in a draw.
Is it
Man,
going to go
that's
extra
a
time or not?
no. It's just one leg in Congo, next leg on Tuesday in um Morocco. So aggregate road goals matter. So that goal by Morocco is going to be huge. So basically now Congo has to win in Morocco, which is going to be tough. But it's not impossible. They have shown some things, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering how they're going to be able to do. But yeah, this was of the picks I've made, this is probably the toughest one because I wasn't sure how Congo would react and how Morocco would look. But yeah,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
gonna be
worried.
Sean
Just
Bass
said
is
it.
just trying to start fight. Sean Bass trying to start
Yes.
fight everywhere. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Sterling and legend for Jamaica. Warren Robson said the woman team is where my heart is. For real, Sean Bass.
You know,
Yes, man. I think I want to cover the ladies' content a little bit more, because you come there a lot of nice reasoning. Go on it. In the
well, you don't have ladies teams that are trying to sell players yet, so you're still it's still good. It's still pure until until Waterhouse ladies, and then Cavalier ladies, and then other teams ladies, and Portmore ladies are all coming in trying to sell. Then at that point, then it might get interesting. No, but this result definitely puts Morocco in the driving seat. They just have to draw and they're on. They just can't lose.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. How are you?
this is not my stream. This is African stream. You got this coming popping up in people's stream. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
she can
want
do
to
what she wants apparently.
say that I'm alive.
Oh, you want to say it on your live? Okay. I will make a live for you someday. Yes.
Hmm.
Alive.
Oh, you are a live. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Good, good, good. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Numbers. Let me see what the likes are. 19 likes, one game.
Yes, yes, that's good. Um,
Hmm.
oh yeah, 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 no problem, man. When the ladies game start, man, if a men game playing and a lady game playing, I'm not doing the man game. I'm telling you from first. I'm gonna do the ladies game. I don't care what people thinks. I'm doing what I like, and then I will report on. Uh, which match is that? Boss Thomas, Morocco versus Congo.
Yeah. Morocco versus Congo, which is the first. The next are two 1 o'clock matches, which are starting shortly. And they're all on FIFA's YouTube page, so you can definitely jump in. You have Algeria and Cameroon at one, as well as Mali and Tunisia coming on. So they are both happening. There's definitely more eyes. If you look at YouTube's FIFA channel, or FIFA's YouTube channel, there's definitely more eyes on the Cameroon Algeria matchup because that's definitely the more interesting one. Algeria, and not to paint them in this light, Algeria could be the Italy of Africa, where they've been playing so well for 2 years that they may find themselves, but they've dropped that form at AFCON, weren't able to win. And I think a matchup with Cameroon definitely could be one where they actually find themselves dropping a little bit. So this is where it gets fun and interesting. And we're definitely going to, this is where the gymnastics definitely begin here, where we're just juggling everything and figuring it out how as we go. So let's actually, I can't dual stream this. Yeah. Algeria, Cameroon are just off the board and going. And
So
then
you're doing more streams, Africans?
I might just stay here all day. Who knows? Actually, no, I'm not gonna stay here all day. No. I'm gonna stop. We're gonna shut this down for now. I'm gonna come back for the Ghana Nigeria matchup at 3:30. So that 3:30 in my time. And that one will also have the Egypt So we'll see the results from Mali, Tunisia, and Cameroon, but I'll definitely be back for Ghana, Nigeria. I I was barely awake. So just to review everything, it's two-leg qual. Think of this as Champions League, how it works before they change the road rule. So two legs, home and away, winner on aggregate, and away goals count for more. So Morocco drawing with Congo gives them the advantage back home as long as they score, as long as they win or they draw 0-0, they are on. If it's a 1-1 draw, they go to extra time and then shoot out afterwards. So it'll be interesting. They're doing this here, and it's really an interesting format for qualifiers. Last time I did it was 2013, and that's when Egypt famously only lost one match in World Cup qualifiers. Unfortunately, they lost to Ghana 6-1, and then they won 2-1 and lost on aggregate 7-3. So it's a controversial one in Africa because Egypt always tends to get the short stick, and I think
I
they're
can
also
tell
going to get the short
Africans
stick.
you're talking about football, and it's very lovely that you're talking about football. But your chat is one of the worst chats in the world. Because Kashambi is down there talking, Jerry's coming. What kind of taste? Oh my God! Suriname versus Jamaica. This is getting terrible, man. What is wrong with Chambis, man? Chambis, why you give so much trouble, man? Chambis, oh my God. Oh my God. True Bossy Drumstick is still one. Oh my God. All right then. Well, Africans, I'm gonna take some pill. Hopefully, I'm feeling better in 2 hours. But I will try and pass by in and out. Your streams them. Can't say me not support you, even though you don't invite me. I just invited myself. I'm not hearing. Africans. You're muted.
You got me there. I wasn't thinking. I was like, I'm going to invite people, and then this morning I was just like, I am not awake, but we're going to do this. So we'll definitely do that. So I'll drop the link for that in the Discord, and I'll send you a link to jump on later on, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. There's great football happening. Pick one of the matchups. They're happening all day, free on YouTube. Enjoy it. Until then, guys, thank you for swinging by. Truly do appreciate it, and we will see you later.